a commercial break.
DQ. Look. Dumping my swisher guts on my high school diploma. Knowing I'm highly educated from my aroma. Don't know where it's coming from, but I know it's marijuana. And you can smell the leaves in the room. Check. Look. I got a new weed strand, come from New Zealand. And it's a new weed brand from my new weed man. Connected to the growers, I'm a true weed fan. I'm a true weed stan. Green thumb and green hand. Jammin' Leaf Village, I'm a cool geek, man. I got a smooth freak who chillin' for a cool week, man. Running through them papers like a Newsweek stand. Cause all my kush is fuckier than Juneteenth bands. I'm selling 3.5s to 3.
Yeah, DQ. Check. Have you ever had a dream in the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In a room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Alright. Nigga, have you ever had a dream during the daytime? Had the same dream since the playground. If you made it come true, cause you stay down. Nigga, have you ever really thought about the limelight? In the room full of stars when you shine bright. I'ma make the right move when the time right. Calculated every step, so I can't stand a hater out here hating on me. Niggas out here making moves, see a hand down.
Yep. In the building. Peace to y'all. If you don't know me by now, you never will. So let's get it. Try Media Innovations in the building.
Yeah.
It's only right that we went live today. I mean, it's so much stuff that I got to catch up on from this crazy packed Father's Day weekend. I want to first say thank you to King Kunta. It's always lovely when you get a chance to be in or get a chance to see some of the greatest moments, you know, those moments people going to be talking about to you, you know, forever until the next one. So thank you to King Kunta. We're going to get into that. I got DQ with me. DQ, what up?
Yo, what's good, everybody? Peace, Brass, my Tri-Media brother. Hey, we here today, man. Kendrick blessed us last night, man. This was a great Juneteenth blessing. I hope people was happy instead of crying.
Well, it was definitely one joker crying. You definitely would have had to get a passport past Canadian customs to see who was crying. At this point, he's going to need public relations on the level of Clinton, Monica Lewinsky. Like, he's going to need that level of public relations to make it out of this. Like, the sad thing is he's a musician. Whatever music he makes, don't nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear it. No music. He tried to come out with a summer album. Not Like Us is going to run the summer of 2024. It's going to run it. If it wasn't, Kendrick made it very clear last night. Not like it's the summer of Not Like Us. They're not like us all day long.
No, when the HBCUs get a hold of it, it's over. When school starts,
oh yeah, the bands, the football, like see, there's parts to that. It's not even going. Yeah, it's gonna ring off. But as you can see on the screen, see, I'm a Lakers fan, so I would be. No, I'm not. Let me reverse that. I'm a LeBron James fan, so I would be remiss if I didn't celebrate the next head coach of the great franchise Los Angeles Lakers. JJ Redick, I think is classic rivalry pettiness that that before the parade, or I think the day of the parade is either today or tomorrow for the Celtics. That they announced JJ Redick to kind of steal all of the news. If it wasn't Kendrick, is this gonna be this for the next 3 days? Easily. That draft that's on is the draft tonight? I don't know. No matter how it play out, the NBA draft is this is one of the worst drafts in the history of the NBA draft.
Yeah, nobody paying attention.
Yeah, nobody cares. I mean, move around. Don't nobody care nothing. Wemby was last year, and I don't know none. I couldn't name you the top 5 picks or what school they went to. I would assume one went to Connecticut and 2 is foreign. Yeah. Bronny's coming. Brian, listen. Remind me. I want to get into that later. It's something I want to say because it's Black people get killed for doing the same things that everyone does in business. Just for somebody in the chat, remind me. I want to discuss Bronny at some point. Yeah. I definitely want to discuss Bronny. Hey, peace to the chat. What up, Cedric? Yo, posterious thought. I want to say something to you, bro. So I remember you was, whatever happened, you was gone.
I'm gonna grab my food real quick.
Okay, no problem. I know you were gone for a minute, whatever happened. Bro, I didn't realize until I went in Chef's Discord in our last show how much I actually missed your one-liners and quips on different stuff. So I think I told you this before, but I appreciate you. I think it's cool enough to call you OG, so I appreciate you, OG. Thank you for blessing our channel. I never thought that would happen. So JJ Redick, head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I think it's a great move. I definitely think it's the move that they was going to do the entire time. I don't think that I think the Dan Hurley thing was like I don't know. I think Woj, yes sir, Paz. Yes sir. I think the Dan Hurley rumbles last week that Dan Hurley was going to the Lakers. I never believed that. I never thought that was true. I kind of thought it was like a smokescreen. For those that don't know, JJ Redick, he was a star guard at Duke University in the early 2000s. Went on to have an illustrious career. Cuban, what up? Get in here, Cuban. We having a hip hop conversation if you can in a minute. This is just, we're just talking about the Lakers right now. He went on to have JJ Redick went on to have an illustrious career at Duke University, 4 years. He was kind of hated. They were actually one of the only times I've seen where they were throwing racial slurs. Whatever. The Sosa always. I got to stay out the chat whenever Sosa messages. One of the only times JJ Redick is one of the only players I've ever seen where he actually received white racism. White racism, seriously, bro. Like, and I felt bad for him. I was a Tar Heel fan, always been a North Carolina Tar Heel fan, and I actually felt bad for JJ Redick at Duke University because, I mean, the things that they were saying to him, they was calling him white this and this, that, and the third. They had gotten his phone number. Like, there's a whole 30 for 30 on ESPN about how bad JJ Redick was treated at Duke University. So I thought that was crazy. And then he went on to go to, I think he ended up at the Clippers, but I don't think he started did he start at the Clippers? I don't know. But he went on to NBA career. I know he played for the Clippers. I know he played for the Sixers and the Pelicans. I don't know in what order that was, but he was considered a great shooter, but he wasn't very athletic. He was definitely a hindrance on defense. So he had one of those journeyman careers. Yeah, if you had the definition, it was a journeyman. He was well respected, great shooter. Everybody knew he could shoot, and a great leader. Left that, got into social media, got into podcasting, had a very successful podcast, got hired by ESPN, commenced to destroying Stephen A. Smith. At some point, I'm going to do a show on Stephen A. Smith, too, because he's been wilding lately. And surprisingly, he's been wilding against Black people, which is wild to me. But was killing Stephen A. Smith on First Take. and then now he's, let me not skip this part. He was the head. He was the him and LeBron started a podcast during the playoffs, and him and LeBron, for people that know LeBron has what's that memory? Somebody help me out in the chat. That memory where you can recall events, like from years ago, like it was right in front of your face. It's a name for it, but he has one of those memories where he can pull out events, like he can map out plays. That's one of the things they say is his best talent besides his athleticism, his memory, and he can like give the I was about to say spit it right back at you. Pause. He can literally give you that whatever happened right back to you. And then him and LeBron started a podcast. So when they started the podcast, that was a problem because then he started getting, noticed as the next coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. So now he is. Then they went to Dan Hurley, but all that don't matter. I think it's a good pick. What you think, DQ? With a mouthful of food. I apologize. I set you up.
Totally agree, brother. You know what I'm saying? I like JJ Redick. I told you I love when a player can grow in his field and become a coach. From a coach, he could become an owner of a team or something like that. So I just love the progression, the vertical integration.
Great word. I was afraid the Lakers was gonna get Monty Williams. But I know he just got fired, right? He did 1 year. And you know what? Shout out to the that's another reason why I never named that state. Shout out to Detroit. I don't know what y'all thought was gonna happen. Y'all been terrible since Chauncey Billups. And you thought somehow Monty Williams was gonna change the whole franchise around in 1 year, but you fired the man and you still owe him $65 million. That's just a recipe for disaster. So anything else you want to get into before we get into this? I mean, listen, I don't expect this video to be monetized. I don't expect this video to be, I expect to not be played in certain territories. For those who do YouTube, y'all know what that means. But last night, King Kunta, bro. King Kunta. Let me just say this, and there's I get banned at least 2 or 3 times a day. 2 or 3 times a show. So I'm gonna say something that'll get me banned again. King Kunta last night, that show that he did at the Forum was amazing. Amazing. I didn't know about it. For those that don't know, it was Kendrick and Friends, the pop out at the LA Forum in Inglewood, always up to no good. And it was probably one of the greatest concerts I ever seen. So that's going to lead us into the first conversation we're going to have. Greatest concert you ever seen? Go ahead, DQ. Because you said we had a conversation in the back chat.
Mm-hmm.
DQ told me that somehow I said I think that was one of the greatest concerts I ever saw last night. He said I'm gonna let you say it. Go ahead and say what you said.
I said I've been to the hip hop concert of all time, and Kendrick's show definitely is up there. But I've been to the greatest hip hop show of all time, and we're going to talk about which is the greatest hip hop show of all time.
Okay, so before we get into that, we'll do that as a segment. Tell me what you thought about the concert last night.
Phenomenal. I really had to snap out of artist mode. As me being an artist, you looking at him on stage, the breath control, him not rapping over the lyrics, just a little small intricate stuff. You just prove that this is just greatness. But with the whole totality of everything, the whole big picture, bringing everybody out, one of the greatest concerts ever, period. One of the greatest events put together, especially where it was at, the location, who it involved, the symbolism of it. It was just pure greatness.
Yeah, I think too, the thing that I loved about the concert too was one of the biggest attacks that Drake had in this battle. For those that don't know, we're talking about the Kendrick Lamar concert, the Pop Out concert last night. You can probably catch it on YouTube before they ban it again. But it was on Amazon Prime. It was on Twitch. It was about 4 hours long. The first part was like DJ Head, Pause, and Friends. Then they had DJ Mustard. He did a set and Friends. I think he brought out Tyler the Creator. That was one of the biggest moments of the night too, because I was actually surprised how much love he got live. I'm gonna play that too. And then Kendrick came out at the end, and it was, for those that don't know, with the Kendrick concert, one of the things that happened with that beef. So let's give it a timeline. With that beef between Kendrick and Drake, Kendrick was politely asked to stop. Like, stop. Like, you're doing too much. You're doing way too much. He's not even fighting back at this point. Drake is not even participating in this battle. Okay, Hits in the building. He's not even participating in this battle. So it's like, Drake isn't responding anymore. At this point, you're kind of messing up the money, because I think with anything in business and entertainment, they just didn't want, per se, him to kill Drake. But that's a shame that you had to call him off. You know what I mean? You had to literally call him off, call the dogs off, so that Drake can, I guess, continue on with whatever he was doing. I didn't think it was that serious, but I guess in the level of every time Drake dropped something, Kendrick just went right at it, like literally came right back after it. Mm-hmm. I remember the night when Drake dropped what I thought was his best diss record to the time. He dropped it at like 12 a.m.
Yeah, Family Matters.
Standard. Family Matters. I thought that was his best record of that. And then Kendrick came right behind it with 2 tracks.
Meet the Grams. Killed him.
Literally, like, took all the momentum, couldn't have came back from it. It was just embarrassing. Had the whole world. That was a good time. That was a good time. That was definitely a good time. I remember those conversations. And like I was telling DQ earlier, I remember during that battle, everybody it was kind of even. Kendrick fans, Drake fans, Kendrick fans, Drake fans. And then somehow it just tilted. Where like you couldn't find a Drake fan. You couldn't find somebody to defend whatever Drake was doing at the time. So maybe Hits to participate too. Let's get into, before we get into this Kendrick conversation, let's get into this conversation. 1 second. The greatest concerts. Hits, can you talk or no?
Yeah, I can. But okay. I'm here to listen, because I'm not really I didn't see the concert, so I wouldn't. And I didn't follow the back and forth up until this point with them. So
okay, that's fine. But no, you can.
I'm definitely on.
Okay, me and DQ had a friendly rivalry. Maybe you could judge it or let us know what it was. So this spawned a conversation between me and DQ about, this is one of the greatest concerts we ever saw. So then DQ proceeds to say, and unprovoked, that this is the greatest. No, not this. That he went to what he would consider the greatest concert ever.
Hip-hop.
He saw
hip-hop.
In hip-hop. Mm-hmm. He saw the greatest concert ever. And then I said, well, no, I don't think so. Because I saw the greatest concert ever. Peace, Sneferu. What's going on, G? So in the chat, y'all tell me, I mean, that was a great concert last night, but obviously I would hope that y'all been to other concerts. Mm-hmm. So tell in the chat, if you could, list the greatest concert you've ever been to, or what you think would be, list the greatest concert that you've been to, if it's the greatest concert ever. If not, list what you would say was the greatest concert ever, based off what you maybe heard from stories of this, that, and the other. So, Hicks, have you been to concerts? Is that something that you do?
Yeah, the most recent ones.
Don't say.
Oh no, okay.
What's the greatest one? Get the greatest one that you've ever been to in your mind, and we gonna see who's great, whose concert based on stories, content. We're gonna do like a little quick judge session, and in the chat, let us know what great concerts you've been to. So DQ, we're gonna start with you. What was the greatest concert that you've ever been to? No, what? No. Let me. No. You said you went to the greatest concert ever.
Period.
What was that concert? Okay, what was that concert?
That concert was held in 2023. In Bronx, New York. You know, the birthplace of it.
2023, Bronx, New York. Okay.
50th anniversary hip hop concert. I'm going to take a deep breath. Pause. Say some names.
Did it have a name? Was there a name to the concert? I want to look it up.
Oh, yes, it was a name. It was called the 50th anniversary of hip hop. Hip Hop 50 Live at Yankee Stadium. 50 years of hip hop. One pull that up. Let's look at these names.
Yeah, you're cheating on the low.
Cheating now. This is the greatest.
Yeah, you might be cheating on the low. Yeah, I feel like you put the You
told you I was gonna get you.
You put the
Yeah, look at them names. Look at that. And that ain't even the right one. They ain't even the one with they ain't even updated.
When was it? 2020, you said?
No, 2023.
Yeah, this is at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I know, but that's not. I'm saying the flyer. Because the headliner was Nas.
Okay, wait. So what? They have multiple?
No, I'm just saying that flyer you got just didn't have the updated flyer that had Nas at the top because it had Nas and Run DMC were the main headliners. That was the last time Run DMC ever performed together.
Oh wow, ain't that right on time? Look at that.
Yep, and I watched that live. So you had Run DMC, Nas, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Fat Joe, Ghostface Killer, EPMD, Melly Mel, Lil Kim, Kool Herc, Lauryn Hill, Lil Wayne, Cameron, Queen Latifah, Pharcyde, Black Thought. I mean, it was crazy.
So that was this. Was it T.I., A Boogie, Ice Cube, Havoc?
Boogie, yeah, all day. Keep going. Liddy. I seen all this in one day.
Anna and Jim Jones, they came out later. Havoc held Project. Oh wow. Fat Joe brought out Crazy Legs, Ashanti, Remy Ma,
Slick Rick performed with Snoop.
Wait, Ghostface had Mr. Man, Inspector Deck, Capadonna. Is that Slick Rick? Is that Slick Rick?
Yeah, Slick. Hey, I actually opened up for Slick Rick before here in Dallas, Texas. That's on my resume.
Snoop brought out Wiz Khalifa, Too Short, Flo Milli, Snoop Dogg, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh. They did live.
Greatest concert ever.
Okay, wait. So Nas, he brought out Kool Herc. Coogee Rap.
Yes, Coogee Rap.
All right, you got me.
The whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
You got me. I got to back down. I got to back down on that one. Yeah, you got me. You got it. Mine was great.
I knew what you was coming with too, man.
Listen, mine was great, but it wasn't this. Like this is like
that was history.
You know that final scene of Avengers Endgame? right. You know that scene in Avengers Endgame where the Thanos is about to beat the shit out of what's his name, Captain America, and then dude say on your left, Cap, and then all the Avengers that disappeared during the snap show up. Oh man, Oh yeah, this is cheating. Because it's actually, you know what? That's actually what you just did. Because you could have told me up front, like, there's no chance that you could beat the
I
concert.
tried to tell you, man.
You just kept saying it was the greatest ever. I'm like, well, I don't know
That's
about
what I'm
that.
trying
But
to
now,
tell you.
what you just did, you just said, and your man in the background, he's like, yeah, on your left, Cap. And y'all just dropped all these people in here. What is going on?
Yeah, I had to pull that one out because if not, you was gonna win. You was gonna pull that Hove out on me, bro. That Madison Square, that Fade to Black. I was gonna lose.
So, all right, Hits. What was your concert, man? If you could beat this concert, then I don't know. Can you beat this one?
I think the last ones I went to were the Rock the Bells concerts, and
those were good. Which one you go to?
Like I went to two. I took the kids. That's actually where I went. I went to one on Governor's Island, and we went to one in Homedale. Hold on, let me see if I don't know if the screen.
You want to try to pull it up?
Hold on, I might share the screen.
Hold on. Whoa, King Sosa. Hold on. Let's go in. While you doing that, I'm gonna go in the chat. Let me find out y'all celebrating birthday. Man, Sosa, move around. King Sosa, Meet the Grams was Kendrick's weakest record. I don't know. I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna say that just yet. I'm gonna play it.
See if I can.
Yeah, pull it up. If you want me to share your screen.
Let me find.
Did King Sosa Wu-Tang overrated? I said it. You bugging.
Cuban gonna get him. Cuban gonna get him.
Yeah,
and these some of these were like
facts. It's all over.
Shit,
like
that's a hellified show.
Shit, I don't know if I could beat this one. What is this?
God damn.
This is the one I think that was on Governor's Island.
That's a show.
Let me get this out of the stream. I share the window.
I opened up for Rakim before. I opened up for Slick Rick before. I think that's it on that list. Me and Yellow Wolf used the same producer. I toured with Wu-Tang before, of course. Yeah. I got a couple connections.
So this nigga pulls out Endgame and you pull out Infinity War. What's going on?
Hold on. That was just one because I think all of theirs were, but this is probably the better one, the 2-day one where we stayed the night. I think this one was in Jersey, me and the kids.
Where in Jersey?
Homedale,
Homedale,
Jersey. What's that arena or that amphitheater?
I know.
DMX.
Which one of these did you go to?
I went to both of them.
Yes.
This one was 2 days.
No, I'm saying which one of these days?
We were there. We stayed the night. This is one of the ones where they only sold tickets for both days. They didn't have single day tickets.
Dog, look at day 2. Niggas had Nas, J. Cole, Common, Salt and Pepper, Currency, Slick Rick, Fresh Montana, Big Daddy Kane, M.O.P. That's crazy.
What they would do is have a big stage with like the more well-known people, and then they would have that's why I went with the kids, because they knew, 2 Chainz or whoever, and
that's a show. That's a good show.
No, this is not this one over here. Homedale. No, this is a newer one. But we went to the one, I can't remember the year. But yeah, it was a 2 there. We had to stay in the hotel because you couldn't buy single day tickets. Either you went for the whole weekend or you didn't go.
Yeah, so
just the Rock the Bells joints. Those are the
see, I really appreciate how y'all be doing this live. Like, if y'all gonna do this type of stuff, we got a back chat and a pre-show for this. Just show me what you got, pause, and then I'll, I don't appreciate this, but let me just show my little concert.
Oh no, that's not a little concert now. Oh shit. Yep, I knew it. Greatness.
I went at the time when and I don't know, Hits, you out here, so you remember there was a big deal about Jay-Z retiring. You know, when it was the first time he actually tried to fool us with that mess. And he was on the radio saying, and see, back in the day, I guess on the East Coast, you remember, tickets would go on sale. They say, all right, we got a certain amount of tickets, but then tickets would go on sale. Tickets would go on sale during, I'm trying to get the date of the concert. Tickets would go on sale like a Friday. They would go on sale at like 11 a.m. And then the tickets would be sold out at 11:02, 11:05. And everybody would flood the line. You get lucky. I'm trying to get the date of the concert. But anyway, it spawned the movie, Fade to Black. At this concert, I'll never forget, he brought out, I'm trying to, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, so the concert was 2003. Okay, the concert was 2003. So they said it was Jay-Z's final performance. We all went there. Nobody knew that it was going to be a movie. Nobody knew that he was going to turn it into a movie. I never forget, I had terrible seats, but nobody cared. In that time, they were still releasing like bootleg albums. So he dropped that album that Tuesday. The concert was that weekend. Everybody in the building sounded like knew the words to every lyric of every song that he was saying. He did all the new songs, this, that, and the other, and the Fade to Black. And that's the album with Are You Not Entertained? You know, with the anthems. Those are the ones with the anthems. You know, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. Yeah, what more can I say? Allure, all of that. So he started the concert off with Michael Buffer, pause. And he started it off raising a Jordan Bulls 45 jersey into the rafters, right? And you hear him, you know, he did his classic boxing thing, and he came out to What More Can I Say? Never been a nigga this good for this long, this good for this. I mean, when I tell you the building, if you ever been to the Garden for basketball games or something like that, one of the reasons why they call it the world's greatest arena is because it shakes. I know most arenas do, but I'm saying like it's intimate. When the lights are off, it's like I don't know, it's a different feeling. So then it was all good. It was cool. If you watch the Fade to Black movie, then he brought out Mary J. Blige. So, you know, Jay-Z is known on concert circles for bringing out crazy guests. And he brought out Mary J. Blige. And then he went, you know, and all of this was like changes. He closed the curtain. He's the ultimate showman. I really enjoy his concerts. I've been to a few. And then he brought out Foxy Brown. And at the time, they hadn't performed Ain't No Nigga in a long time. Like, you know, because they were like at a beef kind of situation. Then he brought out The Diddler, pause, for a hot second. Dame came out, State Property. Then he shocked everybody with Missy Elliott with the remix that she did with her. And then the whole thing shut, right? The whole place went dark. And then you heard dun, 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 and then Beyonce came out. And that's when they were kind of new, right? And they did what is that song, DQ? The first song she had with Crazy in Love. Oh man, the building shook.
She wasn't still a teenager then, was she?
Hey, yo.
Oh Lord. I didn't. Oh Lord.
Get back on track.
I was just trying to nail down the year. That's all.
You just threw me all the way off.
I seen it throw you off.
Man. Oh man. All right. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate it.
I'm just hating because I'm not a Jay-Z fan. So that was just a little hate. That's all.
No. Okay. Listen. Now, if you looking back, right? Monday morning quarterback and this whole thing. Jay-Z, you know, it's some strange stuff that went on at this concert. So Beyonce came on and then she started performing, killed it. And then we thought he did a couple more songs and we thought that, you know, the concert was over. Now, I don't even really want to talk about this because I already said didn't. So then R. Kelly. So at the time, Jay-Z and R. Kelly, they had released Best of Both Worlds. It was one of the, being anachronistic at the time, that album was one of the biggest albums in the country, because it was literally like, imagine if, I don't know how to compare this. So R. Kelly at the time was just coming off of whatever album or whatever young girl he was dealing with. Whatever, I guess that would be 12, not 12 play, but the R. That was that album, the R. And that was the double disc, crazy hits on there. But that was, I Believe I Can Fly, and all of those kinds of records. So he was one of the biggest R&B artists in the world. To give it some comparison, Jay-Z was the biggest, in my opinion. If not, he was one of the, if not the biggest hip hop artist in the world. And that would be like if maybe Michael Jackson or Prince did a joint album with, who was like the biggest artist back then? Would say LL Cool J, maybe something like that.
You mean like the 90s or the 80s, 90s?
The early 90s, late 80s. So imagine.
Oh,
so
you
R.
got
Kelly
Notorious Big. You got a whole bunch of
that's
people.
96.
Well, not 80s.
I'm talking about like, I'm talking about like late 80s.
Oh,
late
you're just
80s.
trying to do a comparison. Yeah, like
like a
LL
comparison of Michael Jackson, Prince, and LL. Probably it'd probably be like Michael Jackson
like
and Prince
LL and Janet Jackson or some shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, you're talking
something
about
like that.
Two rappers. Yeah, like LL. And,
No, not two rappers. One R&B guy and a rapper doing a joint album.
Guy.
Probably like Michael and Prince and LL, right?
Yeah, maybe like LL and Michael. Yeah.
Yeah, LL and Michael. That's R. Kelly and Jay-Z at the time. So we all thought he was going to retire. And if you haven't heard Welcome to the Best of Both Worlds, it's a great album. You know, I know we all know what R. Kelly did. I'm not gonna go back and rehash all of that.
I remember that.
Yeah, great album. And it started with, remember how it started though, DQ? It was Welcome to the Best of Both Worlds. Mm-hmm. And then it went into, I pull up in the big boy truck with the big boy drop. We be the only. So now this is how they opened it though. The curtains was closed, and then all this smoke and snow started coming out of everywhere. And they came out in full winter gear. Like they had on all white bubble jackets with the fur and the hoodies, and all you heard was "Welcome to the Best of Both Worlds," and that's how we realized R. Kelly was there. If you want to watch the movie Fade to Black, go back and watch it. The movie does it a lot of justice. They show the backstage stuff. But yeah, that to me, I still wouldn't say that those are better than those because they'll be disrespectful. Ice Cube's one of the greatest artists to me, hip hop artists, and he's my favorite hip hop album.
And he killed it.
Yeah, Death Certificate is my favorite album of all time. A lot of people be surprised, but that's one of my favorite albums. So yeah, I would say if I had to rate that, I would say DQ 1, Hits 2, Fade to Black 3. I don't know. Whatever, chat, y'all tell me what y'all think about it, but I think DQ got that one because I can't I can't fight that album at all. I can't fight that concert at all. At all.
The only thing that was
just the level of names.
Only thing that was missing from that concert was Hove. That's everybody was saying, like, bro, all that's missing is Hove from here. We got Nas, we got Q, we got Snoop, we got everybody we needed. Lauryn Hill, everybody. Yeah, that shit.
Can you know, what is it? Have you heard the thing about Jay-Z not wanting to participate in these hip hop 50 events? Like last week, Jay-Z performed at Tom Brady's retirement.
Mm-hmm.
No, not retirement. I guess they was putting him in the Patriots Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying, like, you could show up for Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, but you didn't show up to one hip hop 50 event. Chef, what up? He didn't show up to one hip hop 50 event. Well, what you think on that? What you feel about that?
What I feel about it is that's when I know something's going on behind the curtains and I shut up. If you think Hove wasn't a part of something that dealt with the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and he's like, I don't think people understand that Hove getting on stage and performing isn't his biggest way of swaying people now. He does stuff behind the scenes to get stuff established to where there is a platform for stuff to be viewed. So yeah, I think he definitely did something behind the scenes, but just above people's pay grade, and they don't understand. So Hov would just let you think that he didn't do nothing while owning the whole building they just threw the event in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, people just picking and choosing. That's some of that selective outrage shit.
I think with Jay-Z, one of the reasons I've always kind of he just doesn't do everything that everybody does. And then two, it's kind of asshole kind of stuff, Pauls, because it's like sometimes as a fan you would love to see him more, but then you understand in later interviews and stuff, his whole thing is kind of like, he said, I really stopped liking hip hop around Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? So then after Blueprint, I really just did like the stuff that I wanted to do. So I could understand what that would kind of be like, especially being not comparing us to that, but you know how it is like when you really don't want to do a show, but you kind of have to. You know what I mean? Like it's like you know, we got it's a lot of big thing topics. Almost paused there. It's a lot of topics that we can talk about. It's a lot of things in the like Juneteenth yesterday. We didn't necessarily have to do that show, but to get into the rhythm and build a social media business, we got to kind of stay in the loop. And then even with this Kendrick concert, the whole world was talking about it, so it'd be kind of bougie of us not to. So yeah, he's kind of like that. It's kind of frustrating with him because it's like as a fan, you just don't get to see him that much. All you get is great verses. That's all you get. You get great verses. For the past couple of years, you get great verses. The most slept on album of the last couple of years is Jay Electronica and Jay-Z. And listen, I don't know what for some reason nobody's talking about it, but it's a couple songs on there that might be some of the best verses I've ever heard Jay-Z say. So if you get a chance, check out that Jay Electronica and Jay-Z album. Hits, you got anything before we get started?
Yeah, well, as far as the 50th anniversary, I since I'm not a fan, like I'd be interested in what a fan of his thinks, and I think how you said if you're a fan of someone, you want to see them more, you want to hear more of their music, right? So if the fans ain't happy or if they're understanding, I can deal with that on either side. But as far as hip hop goes, it's if you can dance between hip hop and business and be touted on both sides of the scale as somebody important, then I don't see why he wouldn't. Anybody wouldn't take advantage of that. But it's technically for the fans. And it's hard hearing DJs say they don't like certain people because people think DJs gotta like all music, and they don't. They play all music. That doesn't mean they like it. You play for people who, you play for your audience or your crowd or whoever's paying you. So it's the same with hip hop. You're trying to make a living off of it, but you do got people out there who want to hear your music and want to see you, and for anybody at the top to have earned their or come through hip hop and made a lot of money through it, and that opened a lot of doors, that the 50th anniversary should have been recognized, even if it was through something pre-recorded. And but then you said he was at the Tom Brady thing. I think I saw what you was talking about, and the crowd looked like it wasn't his crowd. I didn't think it was, but
yeah, it's New England.
It was just a I guess a performance, for it wasn't, maybe it was his business crowd, not his rap fan crowd.
That's what and that gets frustrating. Hits. He does so much stuff for business.
There you go. He gets so many different things.
It gets, and you're right. As a fan, I want to see him. And as you know, I want to see him perform. I want to hear albums. Like, to be a Nas fan right now, he's in the twilight of his career, dropping his best content. Maybe not the best he ever did, but these last 3-4 albums, these are like great albums. And Jay-Z is just somewhere just trying to make another move. And sometimes it gets frustrating.
And by the way, you know what else came out in 2003? Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yes.
If you look at that year, that's why when anybody says something was the best album or the best person in one year, just look at what else came out that year.
No, that's my favorite. That's my favorite premiere album from an artist.
Speaker Box came out. Outkast. It's
hip hop
was always rough, man. You know, I think people who make more music may get remembered than, but it doesn't lessen the impact of people who had, say, 5 or 6 solid albums. You don't need 13, or 20. Actually, you lessen your chances of them all being good the more you make. But
you dilute yourself, you dilute your content.
But as long as you got fans, hey.
I remember hip hop during that time, and this is why, I could be the old guy talking about get off my lawn and all of that. But back in the day, just to give y'all a picture, albums dropped on Tuesday. You had to physically go to the store to go get them, or on LimeWire, or go to the nearest bootleg artist. But in 2003, I almost want to pull it up. And I would imagine, because that's the Black Album with Jay-Z. But there was a time when on the same day, right? The same day or back to back to back, you would get Jay-Z, Eminem, DMX, Ja Rule, Outkast. Like, you get all of these, and here's the thing. I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy because who he is now, but a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw T.I. in before I say that. But like Ludacris, all at once. You'd get Nelly all at once. Don't forget Snoop. Don't forget Pop. Not Pop, but you get like all of these like great artists all at once dropping. They were all in competition at the same time, and I didn't even say 50 Cent. I didn't name like artists that, so let's see. Go back up to the top hits. So you got in 2003, Speaker Box, Love Below, Black Album, T.I. Trap Music. All 3 classic albums. Classics. All 3. All 3. Monster, Killer Mike, Missy Elliott, This Is Not a Test, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. Let me see. Keep going. La Bella Mafia was slept on. I wasn't really impressed. If y'all see something, y'all definitely Bubba Sparks. I forgot about him.
Yeah, Bubba Sparks.
Wait, okay, G Unit Beg for Mercy. That's a slept on. Diplomatic. Whoa! Diplomatic Immunity. Oh man.
That's high school, man.
Oh man. Hits, you ain't have to do this on Grand Champ. I ain't like that DMX album.
Chicken and beer,
Ludacris. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, you see the people you competing against. From Me to You, Joel Santana. That was a big one too.
Hey, What the Game Been Missing is a classic by Joel's, and I always stand by that. Down here in the South, I even claim that. Classic.
Yeah. These are great albums. Do me a favor, go back 1 year, Hits, since we on it. I think right now we're actually doing a show for us. I hope y'all are enjoying it, or y'all will enjoy it on the replay. But sometimes we will just like do a freestyle show before we get into Kendrick. But we getting into just like, we talking about what we like right now. The Lost Tapes, Nas, okay. Lord Willing, Clips. Speaking of that, Pharrell is producing a new Clips album coming out next year. So Pharrell and the Clips back in the studio.
Yeah, I have never not bought a Clips album. I have had every single Clips album. So yeah,
I'm buying this one, no question. Lord Willing, Clips, the Eminem Show, classic. Godson, classic. Look at this. Classic. Look at this. The Fix, Scarface, classic.
Classic.
The Blueprint 2, classic. Legend of the Liquid Swords, classic. These are all classics. All in the same year.
That's when Common dropped his bullshit though.
Yeah.
Electric Circus was booty.
I used to rhyme like Common Sense. I made 5 mil. I ain't been rapping like Common Sense.
King of Crunk, right there. Classic.
Kings of Crunk.
Classic.
Wait a minute. Go up
Come
to the
home,
right.
Cameron.
It's a slept on album. Busta Rhymes. It ain't safe no more.
Yep,
It's a slept on album. Come Home With Me. Classic.
Yep.
Nellyville. See what I mean? Like these is like 8. Listen, the 8 Mile soundtrack. For those in New York, Guess Who's Bizak mixtape. I really don't care if anybody watches this. I'm enjoying this hits. And then look, the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds.
Hey, Lil Wayne got 500
degrees. Come on, man.
500 degrees. Watermelon chicken and grits.
Aren't you hungry?
No, that was the name of the song.
I mean the album.
Oh,
You don't see that?
Nappy Roots.
Yeah. You get them on.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell you
ordering
just yell out,
food.
watermelon chicken and grits. All right, let's do 2001 and then we stop. Yeah, I don't really care who watches this show. If you're in the chat, we appreciate you. You're literally watching us have a private voice chat from the Discord. The Blueprint, yeah, 2001.
Word of mouth.
Now the Blueprint, remember, now
Still
guess when
mad.
the Blueprint
Greatest
dropped.
album ever.
Guess when the Guess when the Blueprint dropped. Yeah, I heard. Y'all sometimes y'all say stuff. Y'all know how to throw me off. Y'all just threw me all the way off with that one. But moving forward, the Blueprint dropped the day the towers dropped. Yep.
Yeah, we know that, man. We know that.
I just thought I put that.
We want
out
to talk
there.
about Stillmatic when he dropped that. Got yourself a gun. When he dropped that ether.
Yeah, Got Yourself a Gun was a serious. Yeah, that was serious. Got Yourself a Gun was serious.
That's my favorite album, bro. I know the album left to right.
Oh yeah. Who is that? Are you like the Bionics? You like De La Soul?
De La Soul.
Okay.
Hey, my favorite De La Soul album is Grind Date, actually.
I'm not a De La Soul fan.
What?
Well, when I say fan, when I say fan is like I remember listening to it when it came out, but then I didn't really follow him after that. The Great Depression was all right. Genesis, Busta Rhymes.
It's the Game Goodbye.
It's the Game Goodbye. Classic album. Bulletproof Wallets. Woo! Pain is Love. See, that's the crazy thing about Ja Rule. You look at Ja Rule now. He looks crazy.
Malpractice.
He looks crazy. The reason, one of the greatest flips of a Genesis record ever.
Tarantula Mystical. God damn.
Yeah, the artist formerly known as. Yeah. That man is sick.
Yeah, he out of there. Ooh, Gorillas. Gorillas drop. That was classic.
Okay, yeah, that's them.
Sage age group.
Okay.
Like when you was a senior, I was a freshman, baby.
Exactly. He was right there. Wait. See, I liked. Okay, so here's the crazy part. I was because I was in Ohio. I was a No Limit fan. So Game Face and My World My Way, Master P and Silk the Shocker, I actually like those albums. Doggy Bag, yeah, I don't know about that. Oh wait, so that's Killer Priest go down? So Killer Priest did have an album. I never actually knew who he was. I know of him on YouTube with the shows and stuff, but I didn't know he was like actually a rapper other than Wu-Tang. All right, so let's get into it. Thank you, Hits. I appreciate that. So let's get into it. Last night's concert, the Pop Out, Ken and Friends. Now, we already went over what we thought were the greatest concerts. I would say this is probably top 10. For those that don't know, just to set the stage, Kendrick and Drake got into it a long time ago, which is weird. It's only about a month ago. And the record labels actually asked Kendrick to stop. Like, stop. They played it as though they told them both to stop, but privately, Universal the head of TDE and the head of Interscope sat down and pretty much said the way y'all doing this battle is too one-sided, and it's going too far. They're naming kids and pedophile and all kind of stuff like that. So they made them stop. Now, I'm gonna say I say Kendrick won then, right? Everything that Drake tried to do, he played on the culture vulture aspect. He played on every aspect that you could possibly get. You're stealing culture, you ghostwriting, you're a pedophile. He hit him with all of these things. Now, whether they're true or not, I think that battle, the definition of it should be perception is reality. Because perception was whether that stuff was true or not, nobody cared. If in a song you say trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor, then it's a rap. It doesn't matter if it's true, doesn't matter if anything. I don't necessarily think that that's the case, but and then the internet detectives go out and do what they do. So last night, nobody had heard anything, and the sad part was we hadn't seen Drake live, we hadn't seen Kendrick live, so none of these songs that people were, listening to had gotten performed. So last night, Kendrick does, on Juneteenth, he does Kendrick and Friends, the pop-out album. And it's on Amazon Prime, it's on Twitch, it's in the Inglewood, it's the Forum. And one of the poignant things about it, and y'all cut me off when y'all want to, one of the poignant things about it is that he did it at the Forum in Inglewood, California. And one of the things that backfired when that Drake said about Kendrick is that California don't even like you. He dropped that whack diss with Tupac, like a AI verse from Tupac and an AI verse from Snoop. And California really didn't appreciate that. Like it was kind of like banned from radio stations and things like that. So then Kendrick actually, that's something they held on to. So the fact that he did this on Juneteenth was fire. So it was Kendrick and Friends. I'm not gonna play any of the audio because I don't want to get struck. We got hits in the building. But it was the first DJ was DJ HED and Friends. So he brought out people. He brought out some rappers. So they brought out people. And then they brought out, and what I liked about it, matter of fact, let's talk about that for a second. What I liked about that concert, okay, y'all in the chat. What up, Adrian? What up, Pos and Logic? Yeah, that'd be a good conversation. What up, Slade? What I liked about that concert last night was that artists that wouldn't normally get a chance to play in an arena got a chance to play to a packed house in an arena. DQ, you there? He probably stepped off. I thought that was soup. I thought that was fire. A lot of those guys that got to perform those early sets before Kendrick came out are guys that would never see the Forum, never see the crypto.com arena. So they got the opportunity to go live and do what it is that they do in front of a packed house. And unless you've been an artist, you don't know what that's like. So, I thought that was fire. I'm gonna play some of it, but these are just the originals. So the way it was set up, it was DJ HED and Friends for about an hour and a half. Then it was DJ Mustard and Friends for about an hour and a half. And then okay, so that's DJ Mustard. So DJ Mustard brought out a couple of artists. He brought out some people, but then he had a moment with Tyler the Creator. You familiar with Tyler the Creator, Hits?
Yeah, I think my kids put me on to him. I didn't really listen to any of the music, but I know who he is though.
Okay. I've been following Tyler the Creator since Goblin, like his early music. He was in a group. I need DQ's help right now. He was in a group where I forgot the name of this group. I don't feel like looking it up. But he was in a group of people. Now, in this group are Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean, like a bunch of little artists, but they were one group. And they kind of just stormed on the scene with all this crazy music. And then they kind of like just took over. Tyler the Creator goes on. He came out as bisexual. And I guess people thought his career was going to be over, but his career then went to crazy heights.
Odd Future, is that it?
Odd Future, that's who it was. Odd Future.
I looked it
so
up.
You got the members up there. It's Frank Ocean, Tyler the Creator, but there was one other guy that was considered like really good critically.
Brandon Deshay, Pyramid Vritra, Domo Genesis, Mike G, L-Boy, Frank Ocean, and Canel. I mean, not Kel.
Yeah, I'm here. My bad. I was here, Brass.
Okay, no problem. So then he brought out Tyler the Creator. So for Kendrick,
I went crazy.
Yes. Now see, here's the thing. Everybody thought when he came out as bisexual that they was gonna turn on him, but he's one of the first people I realized, like, if you're authentic and you're yourself.
You think he's bisexual?
No, he is. He came out as bisexual.
No, I thought he came out as like a pansexual. That nigga said, "I'm like boys, girls, unicorns."
Yeah, like
Where's Logic? Where's Logic?
Yeah, Logic. I don't know. Logic somewhere tying somebody.
That's what I love
Shout
about
out to Logic.
That's what I love about him. He's just him.
Yeah. See now, Slade. See, this is why I'm glad I got people from New York. Yeah. So he did a freestyle with Funk Flex. Like a year or so
Flex
ago.
Going through the index looking for rough necks, niggas for hot butt sex or some shit.
Yes. Yes. In the middle of the freestyle. I forgot Hits got the tool. All right, Paul. Wow. So yo, y'all are goats at throwing me off. Yeah, so that was a freestyle, and then Flex was looking at him like, what? But yeah, no, he just came out. I don't know what it was, whatever it is. And so they thought they would turn on him, but then that's when he got all the Grammy nominations, started really selling records. I was actually very, very impressed with his music, but he has a song called Heartbreak. I want to play it. So Hits, how can I play this song without us getting
Just play a clip of it. And why do you have my background up? I'm just looking like, why the hell does it say Hits over top?
It says Hits over top?
Yeah, I'm like broke into the lab. Broke into the secret laboratory.
Yeah, I went in your brand. I went in your brand and StreamYard and was trying to steal ideas.
Oh, okay.
I just used your background.
Okay. It was in the back cave. See, got caught.
What the nigga Soldier Boy say? Nigga say he stole my whole fucking flow.
Yeah, you stole my whole Drake. Drake.
Yeah. Just play a clip and then say something. Play a clip. I just maybe a few seconds.
You know what? Let me change the banner at the bottom real quick. Because I think it was probably the moment of the concert. It was probably one of the biggest moments of the entire concert. So he has a song called Don't Leave, Heartbreak. Now, it's a weird song, right? He's singing the whole time. But for some reason, he plays it at hip-hop festivals. And at these festivals, and y'all join, we just talking about the concert. So y'all can join, tell us what you thought about the concert last night. But this is just a Discord voice chat on YouTube.
Yeah, we just having fun.
Yeah, we having fun right now. If you want to troll, participate. Go ahead and troll. We'll play along like we care. Let me see. Okay. So that's what he's saying. Thank you. So the song is like, you made my heart break. It's just a hook. So when he brings him out,
Steve Lacy's also gay.
Who? The guy that came on before him?
Steve Lacy, him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just they just had
he got a hella
coming out party last night. He got good music though.
What amazing music.
Okay, I'll check it out. All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit of it and then stop. Free use. Oh, I heard this song before. I like that song. You wanted me, I wish I knew. Yeah, okay, I know that song. All right, so that's him. So then he brings out. So that's DJ Mustard. So like I said, R.I.P. Nipsey, man. R.I.P. Nipsey. all day long. These are moments. Okay, so he brought out Redick. Man, rest in peace one time, Nipsey Hussle.
The street from here, we drove past this motherfucker every day. And nobody could have told me back then that I would be in this motherfucker performing in front of all you motherfuckers and shit.
So that's DJ Mustard. DJ Mustard, quick fact, the Not Like Us song, he made the beat for Not Like Us, probably the biggest record in the country right now, hip-hop record. And he said he didn't even know that Kendrick was going to use the song until he heard it when we did. That's just amazing. So now Kendrick is coming out next.
It's kind of a surreal moment, but the nigga that I did all this shit with, right across the street, this nigga.
He bring out YG. Oh man. So for those that don't know, he started YG Nips. DJ Mustard and YG, their careers are connected. Yep. Because Mustard was doing beats before that hit. I mean, and DQ, interrupt me at any point, bro. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just looking at YouTube, so I don't know what y'all saying. I can't see the chat, nothing. So Mustard and YG are connected. So that was like YG came out, but we knew Mustard was making all of the beats, and then Mustard started doing beats on his own. Am I right saying that?
Yes, you did. Every producer usually needs that one artist to break them into the game to where they start getting more calls, and YG was his.
All right, so he brings out YG. Mind you, you got to remember they in California. You know, so a lot of these records, these are big records out there. YG is a star everywhere, but I would assume in California he's amazing, like a crazy star out there. So then, oh wait, so that was the end of his set. I didn't even play the. Let me find Tyler the Creator. So Tyler the Creator was probably before Lacey. Okay.
No. Okay. Please say Tyler the Creator. There you go.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator. So is he? So he's asking them, do y'all know this song? He's asking them, like, he doesn't even believe that they know this song. And they're screaming this song. Like, all they did was play a beat and they're screaming. Oh. You made my heart break. All right, so then there's the crescendo. I'm playing this part. I'm just gonna, play clips of it. But he this is for free use in effect and all the other good stuff, educational purposes only. And then he played the crescendo of this song. Now I've seen him live, and when he does this, but usually in the concert it's all white people, and they go crazy. But I would expect that. I don't know how many people, what race of people at this concert, but I know it's California. But there's a part in this song where they go crazy, and I only heard it ring off like this at Woodstock, the one they had at Yankee Stadium. This part right here. Don't leave. Oh my God. It's my fault. Now, he started doing the ditty. It kind of threw me off. This right here. I ain't like that at all. I ain't like that at all.
That's the troll in him, bro. That's the troll in him.
Do you hear the crowd, bro? Do you hear the crowd?
Motherfucker.
All he says is thank you. He just said thank you. Hold on. Yeah, let's see the ditty. Oh, man. Throw that away. Now listen to after he says thank you.
Thank you.
That was one of the biggest ovations of the night. That was one of the biggest ovations of the night. Look at Slade, weirdo. If you ask me, you from Brooklyn. You think they all weird. you think all these guys is weird. Trust me. There's nothing Brooklyn about these guys. So we got the DJs out the way. DJ HED and friends, DJ Mustard and friends. I think DJ Mustard did a really good job.
Mustard did an impeccable job.
Yeah, definitely.
Mustard gonna get a fucking Vegas residency for how hard he went.
Didn't he have one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's crazy.
Yeah, he was in talks about that.
Yeah, boy, getting money.
You know what? I'm a little. You know what?
He sold half his catalog for upwards of $100 million.
He's a smart man.
Yeah, Mustard been getting it in. That's why he go by Mustard now, because he sold a lot of the shit to DJ Mustard,
the artist formerly known as. I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
So then Kendrick. Now, mind you, we had never heard Kendrick perform any of these songs.
And then you learn more, and then when you learn more, you also make more money, and it compounds. You could have 2 barbershops, you could have 10 businesses if you know how to compound.
Basically, bro, what he's saying is slow money wins the race. You can still have a big upside, even if you don't throw all your chips in the bag. You invest in yourself, leave the dice alone. You don't need to invest in the dice. That's gonna ruin everything. Spread your money out. Let it build for yourself and work gradually, slowly. Anybody that's ever made a lot of money didn't make it fast. You feel me? Off top.
Bars.
Mm-hmm.
You need a bunch of things making a little bit of money add up to a lot. Cash App commercial. Peace to Cash App. Oh, I know I know he got all the money he could out of this. So now this is on Amazon Prime. This is on Amazon Prime and on Twitch. So now, like I said, there was disc records that didn't play yet. Like we heard all these disc records online, but nobody was performing any of these records. It was just all on YouTube. They weren't at festivals. Drake and Kendrick don't really go to festivals, which is weird because Drake played Not Like Us at something he performed at, but he didn't play what he said, which is strange. Sounds like a broken man to me. And he comes out to Euphoria. I will fast forward when I don't want to mess up the moment. Man, I wish I would have went to that. Can y'all hear it?
Tonight's been a beautiful sight to see so
in the chat.
Yeah.
Let me know if y'all can hear
Sometimes
it.
all it takes is one domino to fall to get the momentum going. And the West Coast needed this reminder. And I'm proud of us in this moment. How fitting that it's on Juneteenth. This is the victory lap. Y'all know what I wear. But man, as history has shown, there's always been a fire and a certain kind of spark coming up out
Rest
of
in peace, Nipsey Hussle. I just heard him say this is the victory lap.
Ashes and rise to the occasion. You love when they count you out.
Rest in peace, Kobe, too.
Them superpowers get neutralized like a homie watching silence. The first artist we
Man, that was a moment, bro. And the thing is, I mean, you're not gonna get it. I mean, it's next day. We're on YouTube. We talking all through it. But I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan. That's the wildest part. I'm not a Kendrick Lamar fan at all. But the fact the man knows how to. He knows how to set a moment. So I'm gonna share this tab. So he's got on an all red hoodie and a red hat. DQ. Let me ask you if you knew this. Did you know that was paying homage to Pop?
I knew that when I first seen him wearing red, I knew it was a statement. I didn't know it was a homage to Pop. Of course, you know the internet gonna find everything and anything. But when I seen him come out in that all red, I was like, oh yeah, I see what type of energy he on.
Yeah.
Just off the signs, just the signs of knowing what red does. Yeah, your insurance is high. Your car. Just exactly. Everything.
Exactly. At the time, it said might have, but then later circular outlets, because with Kendrick, he's so intricate, kind of in the stuff that he's doing. You got to really kind of search to figure it out. And eventually, he came out and said it. So he performed Euphoria. Everybody was fired up. So he said that if you watch, I'm just trying to give you like a bit of a play-by-play without getting banned. He said that I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning, the middle, the end, and then we're gonna finish it off. And I mean, this thing crescendoed like crazy. So what is he doing right there? Okay, yeah, it's that he's playing DNA right there.
Hey, we still see the Pac screen. We don't see the.
Oh, okay, my fault. So he did DNA. That's swimming pools. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought he was gonna bring Jay-Z out.
That's right.
So here's the thing. Is this collard greens? No, it's not. So I need your help, DQ. Cuban, what up? Y'all super duper lucky I'm at work. No, you are. Congratulations. Go get that bread. Peace to you, Adrian. Thank you for Adrian, thank you for joining the server, bro. We appreciate you. Slade in here hating again. If it ain't from Brooklyn, Slade don't care about it. So DQ, help me out with this part, because I'm not a Kendrick fan, but I've been doing a little research for the show. So when Kendrick first came out, he wasn't the star. No. That's the weird part. He wasn't the star. On TDE, it was J-Rock. Yes, exactly, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that Kendrick Lamar wasn't the star when he came out. I thought it was him, and he launched all of those other guys. But pause.
No, it was that was crazy. No, Top Dog is Ab-Soul's uncle. Top Dog.
Okay.
Realized J-Dog. He knew J-Rock from the streets because Top Dog is also a blood. J-Dog is a blood. Knew him from the streets. They started doing their thing. They pulled in Kendrick. Once they had Ab-Soul, J-Rock, they pulled in Kendrick. And then they pulled in Schoolboy. Schoolboy was the last to start rapping. He's my favorite out of all of them, actually.
Take over for a second. I gotta make a phone call.
Got you. But yeah, TDE, for the people who did see them perform last night, it has been forever since Black Hippie, which is the name of their collective, since the last time they performed together. So that was very, very, very epic, especially for the West Coast, especially for LA as a central, as a hub. That was pretty dope. But me, I've been a Kendrick Lamar fan since Section 80. So yeah, Kendrick always had some of that. I'm gonna say Schoolboy is my favorite out the group. Yeah, a lot of people say that Schoolboy just connects with us. Blank Face, one of my favorite albums. Oxymoron, of course, Crazy. That boy got some classes under his belt. Respect to Schoolboy Q. I'm glad he getting back into it. I know he took the death of Mac Miller real hard, but he bouncing back. But salute. Last night was crazy. how many people in the chat actually saw the show last night? Because we watching it next door at the shop again.
Yep.
Yeah, you back?
Salute to Schoolboy Q, but the shaving all the facial hair off, that was nasty work. Because I didn't even recognize him at first. I didn't recognize him. I did not recognize him, bro. Because I'm sitting there like, I can't wait till they bring out Schoolboy Q. And I literally in the middle of the shit was like, who is this nigga? And then I was like, oh, okay. I'm back. That's Schoolboy Q. Okay, that's Schoolboy. Because you can't, his energy. It was the energy that let me know, like, oh yeah, that's Schoolboy, no question.
Yes, him.
So exactly. So that's Black Hippie. So J-Rock, Ab-Soul, Kendrick Lamar. That's like the TDE movement and Schoolboy Q. Exactly. So when they brought him out, it was wild because I was like, okay. So I'm listening to the song. I'm like, well, I know J-Rock is on this, but that was another angle that Drake had played. Listen, this is what I mean by this is literally a Discord voice chat in public because I don't care who watches this. We just gonna vibe, and then if it changes to Black Egypt at some point, that's what it is. But right now, we here. So he was doing the song, and I'm sitting there like, well, I wonder if all the stuff that Drake said about TDE and Kendrick was true, because remember Kendrick at this point, Kendrick had left TDE, and Drake with the drop and give me 50, drop and give me 50. He was kind of insinuating that the relationship between TDE and Kendrick wasn't cool, and we hadn't seen them all together like in a long time. So let me ask you a question, DQ. Does this seem like in this concert, because that was like the theme of the battle, Drake is saying a bunch of hypothetical stuff about Kendrick that we don't know is true. Kendrick is saying a bunch of hypothetical stuff about Drake that we don't know is true. But it seems like in this concert, Kendrick kind of addressed, without saying it out of his mouth, but just through his actions. It's like through his actions, he was saying, yeah, none of that stuff you said was true. It was all cap. What you think about that?
That's a brilliant stance to look at it. I feel like it's interesting. Because one thing I learned about this whole battle is the internet is a point. You know how you have the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch? Yeah, I feel like now, like, the internet has its own branch when it comes to this rap battle shit. And the way that he maneuvered through the internet and just sticking to, like, a simple phrase, don't tell no lie about me and I won't tell truths about you. And that's what it just seems like. Like, okay, you want to lie about me? I'm just going to let you know who I am. Once again, I'm going to show you through actions. I said it through words, shipping with damn near diamond. I'm going to show you through actions. And he did one of the most epic things ever by bringing the unity of all those guys. Well, I ain't going to jump to that yet, but just
because the
unity of bringing TDE together was just amazing. But yeah, let's just keep it going. This boy painted a brilliant Picasso.
So he's doing a song, but one of the members of TDE is a part of, and there he is right there, J-Rock. And I don't know if y'all can hear the crowd, but they going crazy. So then J-Rock does his own song. Hits, you got it. Matter of fact, Hits is in the building. Hits, you got anything? I know you said you just on the buttons and you just listened because you didn't see it, but
nah, I'm good.
If you ever want to pop in, you know you can cut us off. You're the godfather of this.
Gotcha.
You can cut us off. Are you familiar with J-Rock?
Song specific, no, but I'm sure I got some in my title.
Listen to this song. Listen to this next song. This is the song that broke him commercially.
I need y'all to put your motherfucking hands up one time. Watching this motherfucker, TD in this motherfucker, niggas and guns in this motherfucker. Yeah. Let's go. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Hey, hey, get out the way, get the fuck out my way. Hey, you either with me or against me, ho.
You ever heard that song before?
Be honest, a lot of them songs sound the same. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. When I'm looking through my title folders and my hard drives, like all of that stuff is probably in a folder somewhere, and you just play them back to back, whether I know them verbatim or not. It's
Well,
Plus,
this song is
it's hard for me to hear. I'm sure if I play it,
it's the win-win. You ever heard that song? It's like win, 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 win. Just if you might want to act like if you haven't heard it, it's a song. It rings off. It rings off. It's definitely like a big club.
Whenever I see a title on the screen, or I hear a song title, I add it to my title. Oh, that's funny. Title.
Exactly.
Just to have.
That's a bar.
But now with the internet, it's so easy now that literally any song anybody asks for is we got it now. So that put a big I think DQ was saying that the internet is its own world, I guess, from fan standpoint, but it's also its own world for us to get any song we want. So we just stop. A lot of DJs we don't even collect music like that no more. We'll put that in the title, or Spotify folder, because we can play them songs on the DJ equipment now. Not just through our phones or whatever. We can actually DJ with the song. So when somebody say you got this, yeah, we got everything. We're not lying now. We got everything. If I got Wi-Fi, I got everything.
Hey, Slade, I'm gonna have to give you pushback on that comment. I seen this man DJ DQ Radio. Shameless plug. The boy touches everything. That man go from Curtis Blow to YNLJ, nigga.
Hits still listening to Curtis Blow and Flash and the Furious 5. Y'all asking him like he knows these young guys.
Facts.
Oh my God! It's actually might be. There's a certain truth to that. But I have heard DQ Radio. Some of the songs that he played, yeah.
No. I think
this is Switzerland, and some of that is true.
I think we had that conversation earlier. You don't have to know everything verbatim or even like it to have it in your folders and play it for people. So I can't play what I want all the time.
He said, "See, thank you, bitch."
Hell yeah, listen to Curtis.
I love Slade.
Yeah, I know he listens. That's New York. If that's older New York,
right. Yeah,
Curtis Blow used to ring off. What is that? Basketball. That's all I know from Curtis Blow. We're playing basketball.
Hey,
I know how to play new music too.
So this rang off. This is like a big record.
I'll be back in town with the viewers.
Thank you.
I made 100,000.
I made 100,000 and I freaked it. This is one of my favorite songs.
Make some motherfucking noise on this side.
So then he brings out Ab Soul. So I'm like, what song is he about to do with Ab Soul? Right? I'm like, what is he about to do? DQ, was you trying to figure out what he was about to do?
Number.
Oh. Hold on. So this is where he goes into 616, the actual diss record from Eminem, with him and Drake. And him and Ab Soul do some kind of pause duo thing. It's a little wild.
Off-white Sunseeker had the marina. Fuck a phantom. I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler spill on my white t-shirt. The sightseer. Trifecta money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure. My visa.
So he does the diss record with Drake. That's a moment. And Ab Soul, because Ab Soul has records, but he's probably like the least known out of the four of them. I would say. What would you say, DQ? Okay, he stepped away. All right, so he did this. And then he says we need more fire. So now that's 3 members of Black Hippie on the stage. Now we all know we missing Schoolboy Q.
We're gonna fuck with this side real quick. Make some motherfucking noise on this side. I said make some motherfucking noise on this side. Carson in the motherfucking house.
Carson is definitely in the motherfucking
Okay, yeah, that's Carson, California.
We forgetting something though.
We forgetting something. Collard greens. Oh man, this is one of the biggest records that they dropped on TDE. And there go the homeboy, Schoolboy Q.
Luxury, let's go. Kitty, could buy anything, drop that. So say what? Hey, oh, hey, get out with the shit. Drink.
So then that's the reunion. That's the Black Hippie reunion for those that follow, hip hop. But what y'all know about the chat? Baker almost blew though. Yeah, you gotta say that again, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. So that's the Black Hippie reunion. So that's another big part of the concert. So then they went on and did some of their hits that they got together. They did that part. Then we did the funk. And then hits, you'll appreciate this. He did Be Humble, big record, another big Kendrick record. And then he does the verse to, then he does the verse that started off the whole battle. So for those that don't know the battle,
I thought Future was gonna pop up, boy. I got scared for him.
I swear to God, I thought he was.
I got scared for him.
I swear to God, I thought he was.
Oh shit.
And this is when I realized that this is a California thing. They was keeping it strictly California.
Yeah, facts.
And this is the record that started the beat. Future, Metro Boomin, with Kendrick on the last verse. And this is what caused J. Cole to respond, then quit, and then caused Drake to respond and then get his ass kicked. Is you like that? Yeah. You know another thing, I didn't realize Kendrick was that damn short.
Yeah, Kendrick, me and Kendrick the same height. Kendrick's 5'6".
Day one,
I didn't know you was short.
You know the little nigga.
Motherfucking city in this motherfucker.
The biggest moment of the concert. Second biggest moment of the concert. All involved in the same person. Hits, you'll like this part. Check this out. So that's the end of the verse. I like that verse. And this is when you realize, like, I don't know if Drake could come back from this. And you don't think that it actually is going higher than this. Matter of fact, rest in peace, Eazy-E, because that's an Eazy-E bar.
I said it's only right we start this shit from the top to bottom, the origins to the new generation in this motherfucker. It's only right that we have each side of the motherfucking city in this motherfucker showing their true gifts to the world, you know? I also said earlier, it's only right that we start from day one, you know?
Hits, this is a big moment.
So where will we be?
I know you know this guy.
Without our legacy. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Black motherfucking Dre. Guess who's back?
Oh my God.
You still doing that shit, Dre? Oh, for sure.
Nigga, I'm getting chills now, still.
It's still Dre Day, nigga. AK,
nigga. Man, stop the track. Jesus, bro. He brought out Dr. Dre playing Still Dre, written by Jay-Z, by the way. Shameless plug. Playing Still Dre. Jay-Z wrote the whole song, Dre and Snoop's verse on a California song. Dre's comeback from the Chronic. This isn't English. I mean, listen, I know this isn't big to y'all. That's why I don't care if y'all watch it. I mean, I appreciate y'all. Shouts to Sister Safa, Logic. I don't know who Chet Baker is.
Salute to y'all. Salute to y'all.
But salute to y'all for even watching us go through the moment. We actually, what happens in Tribe Media, probably in a lot of these organizations that have Discords, we have this thing in our Discord called voice chats, right? When we go in the voice chat, we just sit and talk amongst ourselves. Sometimes we'll get ideas from the show, and then we'll let y'all see it publicly. But right now, thank you, Sister Safa. You know what, Sister Safa, you are well-rounded. I mean, no disrespect. You are well-rounded because I've seen her talk about 1,000 different topics and be pretty knowledgeable on each one. So peace to you, Sister Safa, peace to Slade. And you know what? Kendrick is the greatest rapper of all time. Blasphemy. But moving forward, this is what I mean. I never get prisoners of the moment, but I'm pretty sure people are saying that now. But so to set the mood, Drake said that Kendrick Lamar is not good in California, that Drake is bigger in California than Kendrick is. So for him to bring out Dr. Dre, who they call literally the godfather of the West Coast, because you know he goes back to what was that group before NWA?
World Class Wrecking Crew.
World Class Wrecking Crew. Thank you, bro. He was in the World Class Wrecking Crew. Now that ain't big pause all over the country, but this is what I realized last night too. The West Coast is its own. California is its own place within the United States.
Of course, that's how Texas is. That's how I know Cali is. Yep.
Yeah, it's its own place. Like they have a history that they appreciate, and I would assume y'all walk with me. Ask me or tell me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. The West Coast strikes me as a place that like they didn't get respect. And no, thank you, Sister Safa. Thank you. Only a real rap head and a real street head would understand the magnitude of what we're watching, right? Because I'm gonna get into the street part too. California is broken down by sections.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cities, it's sections, like East Side, West Side, stuff like that of different cities. So let me see this. Even though he got some hits, remind me I'm not a big Kendrick fan. Logic, you just a hater at this point.
Is anybody in the chat from California?
I don't know. Anybody in the chat from California?
If Smalls was in here, I know he lives in Cali, and Fetty, if he was on here, he's in Cali.
Fetty from Cali, yep. Dr. Dre got one of the best GTA missions, facts. And that's only gaming heads know that one. So if Sister Safa, if you know that one, that's even another shout out to you, because most people don't know his GTA mission was amazing. So back to Dre. Dre is the godfather. Like he was before what NWA was like when the world, I mean, you got Ice-T and all of them, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Smalls, tell us about California, some of the stuff that we don't know.
See, look at that. I knew Smalls would be in here. That's salute to Smalls.
Smalls is always watching. He just don't chat all the time. Yeah, you're day one. Smalls is day one. Facts. How is Smalls not a mod? Somebody go on YouTube and fix that if you can.
I got you.
Yeah, throw him a wrench. So last night to bring Dre on, so to set the table, that's World Class Wrecking Crew, Ice-T and all of them. But World Class Wrecking Crew led to NWA. Now NWA is the birth of all of that. Snoop, Death Row, Tupac over there, the Dog Pound, Lady of Rage, DOC. Then you got DJ Quick. The West Coast hip hop scene is big to the West Coast, right? Now it's global, but I'm saying they take it very serious. But then you got to throw in that street aspect of the gangs, because now you got blood rappers rapping with Crips and Serenos and Rolling 60s and Hoovers. You got all of these different gangs all trying to make music together. So, for example, if you want a more new example, I know I sound excited, but I love hip hop. I remember when YG and Nipsey made that record together.
Yep.
And I remember like, wow. Like, to the world, they're like, oh, that's just two guys rapping. That's one of the biggest bloods in California making a record with a Rolling 60. So the fact that these are the biggest guys on the coast You know what I'm saying? That I'm in my hip hop mode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, DOC. DOC.
Let me add that. Let me add that because that's where I was about to say where the South come in, because a lot of people don't know DFC is from Dallas,
Texas. Yeah, from
Dallas,
Texas.
Goddamn Texas. And so that's where, you know, they say West didn't get their respect till they took it, which is true. And then the South, I always say the South is just the illegitimate baby of the West and the East. And so we just been wilding with it. But for a fact, DOC had a heavy influence on the whole gangster hip hop scene.
Man, salute Sister Cypher. She said when he brought out
you get a wrench.
Yeah, you get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wrench. Listen, bro, when he brought out Dr. Dre, he was letting the world know that this ass whooping was sanctioned and approved.
Facts.
Bro, do you remember when Kendrick Lamar, let me tell you how serious, let me show you how serious Dr. Dre's approval is.
Yeah, talk about
when Kendrick first came out, there was a concert. I'll never forget it. This is when I realized Kendrick must be something. At this concert, it was big to California. It was goated. It was a moment. At this concert, Dre, The Game, Snoop, and Ice Cube brought Kendrick Lamar out. They brought Kendrick Lamar out, and they literally all bowed to him. They said, the West Coast is yours. They told him this live and publicly. This is like maybe 8-9 years ago. They said, here, you the guy. You the guy. You could not, because at that time he had pop commercial success, but you know, like I said, the West Coast is street. So he might have had pop success, but not necessarily the street success. The streets endorsed him that night. And now to come full circle, him bringing Dre out. But back to the moment, man.
On the rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block, ladies. They pay homage, but haters say Dre fell off. How nigga the last album was the chronic. Like every get that, the truck. If you know it's the world, hitting the corners in the.
So then they go into probably, I would say, and I don't think I'm capping when I say this, probably the biggest California hip hop record. I think. Rest in peace, Tupac.
I
felt like I was in California last night.
Most definitely. We was crib walking out through the street.
Watch how this ring off hits. How you feel, LA? Look at them. They throwing LA up, gang signs.
Let me tell y'all something. It always feels good to come back and do this kind of shit in my hometown. Especially with one of the greatest who ever did it. Can y'all make the noise for Kendrick motherfucking Lamar?
This ass whooping was sanctioned by the Godfather.
And also, can you make some noise for Compton, California?
Compton, California. That's what Kendrick is from. I want to say that's what Dre is.
Say left, come on.
Oh my God. Nigga, I was throwing W's up last night.
This is how we doing that. If you know this shit, sing this shit, y'all.
California. Say what? Say what? It's a motherfucking party going on.
What's it at?
I think it's the biggest California record. I think it's the biggest record, probably in the biggest, as far as like an anthem. You know how, like, man, I don't even want to say it no more.
Now it's up there. It's only 4 of them you can.
I'm trying to see the demographics of the crowd.
And then it's only 4 you can compete with, bro. And Dre got something to do with all of them.
You said something about the streets, and I'm trying to see the demographic of the crowd. You know,
the crowd was it was young. It was young, but he's gonna bring because the crowd
and phenotype. I'm looking at that too. Not
the
just
phenotype. There was some Deseret in there. There was some Nubians in there.
It's a lot. Some. And I say that because and I say that because a lot of time when tickets go on sale and things like that, it's we know who has first dibs on a lot of that stuff.
This wasn't like that though, Hits. I understand where you're coming from with that, but I promise you, this shit was like for the culture of LA.
No, I get it. Just look at the crowd, and it's a good thing because normally you don't want to see everybody holding their phone up, but because everybody's just go back a little bit. Like when they
go back just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You say I personally still think Still Dre. See a lot. That's in the 4 I was talking
right
about.
There.
Still Dre is in there.
No, wait. You went way too far back. Go back right.
No, I'm gonna just play a little bit.
Okay.
Play a little bit.
Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me when to stop.
It's good to come back.
No, just watch the hands when the camera pans. You can go by face.
Especially with one of the greatest who ever did it.
Hey, Hitch, you gotta watch this on your Amazon.
Motherfucking Lamar.
I know you
okay, I get what you're saying, Hitch. It's a lot of white people in there.
Hold on, watch your pan. Well, they may be Spanish or Mexican.
And Spanish
and also,
too,
can you make some noise for Compton, California?
Man, peace to you, Kendrick. You gave us a moment last night.
Say less. Come on.
This is how we doing that. If you know this shit, sing this shit, y'all.
Say what?
Yeah, there you go. Watch when they pan. See when they pan.
Say what?
Man, they got their phones out because they all know it's a moment. They know it.
Party going on.
Yeah, it's white, Spanish, black. It's mixed.
Yeah, that's
yeah. It's definitely a lot of different phenotypes in there. Peace to who's the guy always talking about phenotypes?
I don't know.
One of them guys. I don't care. So they did California Love in California, right? And this isn't even close to the biggest moment. It's close though. They're naming the cities Watts, Compton. Oh God.
Making rap tunes. Yeah. The moment of silence for this.
Oh God. DQ knows what's coming. I'm gonna just let it rock.
Just be careful with the music. You still gotta talk over it a little bit. You don't want to.
Okay. So they didn't even go into. They just did the first verse and it finished on City of Compton. So that's the end of Dre's part in here.
Yeah. I appreciate the love, LA.
So at this point, we don't know what's gonna happen. We're all waiting on one record. He done pretty much went through his whole catalog.
You ain't gonna say nothing else before we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Oh my God.
Hey, mustard on a beat, how deep, bro? Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro.
Stop it. Just stop. One of the biggest moments in the history of battles in rap. So for those that don't know, the whole night, the biggest summer record, the biggest record to come out of the disses with Drake and Kendrick was the record Not Like Us. That was the biggest record that came out of all of them little 7, 8 records they did. The biggest record was Not Like Us. And I love the strategicness of Not Like Us because Drake has been constantly saying they don't even like you on your coast, Kendrick, and you talking all this trash. So Kendrick came out with a song. See, like, okay, so back to the street shit that me and Sister Safa was talking about. I feel like Sister Safa is up here like we talking. And a lot of people don't understand there's street politics when it comes to California and music. So with the street politics that go along with music in California, there's crip walking, blood walking, it's some gang shit, but there's a certain kind of beat, there's a certain kind of rhythm to it. I don't know, chat, tell me if I'm kind of reaching a little bit, but there's a certain kind of sound that they crip walk to over there, that they blood walk to. Now, it ain't necessarily what Kendrick Lamar does commercially, but when he dropped Not Like Us, you could tell he dropped that for everybody, and it was a diss record, but that record was for California. Because as soon as that record dropped, California, it was Drake versus Kendrick in Canada. As soon as he dropped Not Like Us, it was Kendrick versus Drake in Toronto or whatever, Canada. But then California entered the battle, and then everybody knew it was over. Anybody in the chat, tell me if I'm right or wrong, or if I'm reaching. When he dropped Not Like Us and California entered the chat, and you started seeing all the memes and all the videos of these guys blood walking to the song, Crip walking to the song. You saw Serenos dancing to the song. You saw Rolling 60s, Hoovers, everybody. That's when California was said, okay, he made this for us. Now we're gonna enter, and Drake hasn't been seen or heard from since that song dropped. This entire concert, they were waiting for this song. And at the beginning of the song, it says, I see dead people. And he got the godfather of the West Coast to say the intro to that song. Chat, tell me if I'm wilding. If I'm wilding, let me know. But that's how I felt when I was watching it. That somehow he got the godfather of the West Coast to introduce Not Like Us. So when Dre says, I see dead people, oh man, I just wish I would have been there.
Need a moment of silence for this.
He said we need a moment of silence for this one.
I see dead people.
Must have on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an Amber Lamb. Tell him breathe, bro. Tell a nigga to the cross. He walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas?
This is the battle record that killed it. I'm gonna talk through it, so I don't gotta pause it no more.
It's too many options.
It's too many
as
options.
long as you give commentary, through it, you don't want to let it go too.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible of God.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible of God.
I think he took the copyright off the song anyway.
I know he got some pulling them extra shit. Really deploying him.
Say Drake. I heard you like him young.
You better not ever go to cell block
Mark 1. Oh God.
You to talk to him and then love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him.
Make sure you hide your little sister from him.
Get your hand down and party at the party playing with his notes now. And
now he's dissing the whole crew. Now there's a bar in this song. Fuck him up.
I'm gonna do myself.
Watch how he closes it. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. The whole crowd is screaming A minor. The entire crowd. That's a diss to Drake, basically, that, you messing around with kids. And he says, trying to strike a chord, and he's probably A minor. This is in California. So if there was any question whether or not, I'm reaching, probably Snufferoo. I'm in the moment right now. But if you didn't know that California was behind him at this point, you gotta know. And then he goes on to prove it even more. He played this record 6 times straight.
Yeah. Oh, so y'all ain't gonna let nobody disrespect the West Coast, huh? Oh, y'all ain't gonna let nobody mock and imitate our legends, huh?
No, imitate our legends.
Let's try it again.
I see dead people. 5 times straight.
Hey!
Drake had to be somewhere trying. So now we're trying to figure out, we think this is the close of the concert.
No.
He plays it again. 5
Who is he? Who is he?
Not Like Us.
Mustard on a beat, help people.
So that's DJ Mustard. That's the person who produced it. So that's like a precursor, like, all right, so this is the end of the concert. We're about to get out of here. It's only about 5 minutes left based on how long they said he was going to perform.
Too many options.
And then watch this hits.
Number. Who is he? Who is he?
That's Mustard. Now watch what they do. When he's trying to tell you, like you'll see a few of what the crowd is. You start seeing people come on stage.
How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on.
And I knew it was on DQ. I knew it was on when I saw Russell Westbrook.
You gotta hop out and
with the UCLA, that's Russell Westbrook, that's DeMar DeRozan, both Los Angeles basketball players, crip walking, blood walking.
I hear you like them.
And slowly but surely, he starts bringing out every section of California. All
every set.
They tell each other only when they get your enemy down and party at the
look
party
at
man with his
blood,
down and back to kind of
Rolling
certified lover boy, certified.
Dot fuck him up. So I'm like, okay, I get it. And it's probably A minor. So then this is the first time he kind of finished the song. They crip walking on stage, blood walking on stage. Now mind you, none of these niggas like each other. They probably friends, but it's definite. Hold on, you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? So let me explain something to you. Drake should go back to acting and call it a day. I agree. The ending, no, Drake, this whole thing of in that battle, the hypothetical Kendrick, ain't nobody behind you. Let me tell you how serious it is for the athletes in LA. When they go into free agency, DQ, I'm about to call you Drake, blasphemy. Even in free agency in sports, all these kids want to come home. They all want to come home and play for like Los Angeles and California sports teams. Hold on. Oh, they all want to come home. They all want to play for California sports teams. They all want to represent for where they from. Like California is in them. You know what I mean? It's like a thing. So you see Russell Westbrook. He went to UCLA. DeMar DeRozan went to University of Southern California. He's bringing out some of the Los Angeles Rams. Some of the Oakland A's were on stage, right? So these are all athletes. And then you start seeing all these gang members, Bloods, Crips, Serenos, Hoovers, like I said. But here's the crazy part, right? Now, to the rest of the country, we don't think that this is like a big deal. But these guys on the street, they don't do this. Not in California, they don't. They don't hang out with each other. This is like, they're different sections, different gangs, right? So then he brings out everyone. Gang members, I'm sure we don't know. I see G Perico out there. I see Don Kennedy.
I don't even know why you still LA definitely this motherfucker. Hey, they not like
us. All the time saying they not like us.
They not like. Hey, once upon a time, he say.
They're all screaming. Let me hear you say OV ho. Step. They all blood walking, speed walking, whatever their gang does. But look how crazy this gets. That's a stage full of sections of LA, all different gang members.
Y'all, come on.
Now he brought this guy up. Now, unless you saw the movie Rise back in the day, or you understand what Crump is, you would think that this person that's coming up, that's Big Boy from the radio station. That's Russell Westbrook. G Perico, Don Kennedy.
Emotional, man. Fuck that. We've been fucked up since Nipsey died. Hold up. We've been fucked up since Kobe died. Hold up.
I don't know if y'all can hear it. He just said we've been fucked up since Nipsey died. We've been fucked up since Kobe died. Hold up. That's the dude from No Jumper. I love you, cuz. I love you, blood. Like you can hear them saying this.
Let the world see this. You ain't seen this many sections on one stage keeping it together and having peace. Hold up.
You ain't seen this many sections on one stage coming together and having peace. This just doesn't happen.
Hold up.
So, hold on. So he brings a clown on stage, right?
Yeah.
There's a clown called Tommy the Clown in California that raised Crump. I know y'all know the Crump music. Them guys will be dancing all crazy. But this guy is like a big figure in California, him. The Clown. So you think that's weird, but like he actually is one of the biggest legends in California. Tommy the Clown. Look at this, bro.
Q-Rock, asshole, hold up.
Bro, that's like 9 different gangs, a bunch of different sections, including the, TDE.
This is unity at its finest. Inglewood, California, y'all did this. Los Angeles, y'all did this.
Oh my God.
This shit make me proud than a motherfucker, man. Y'all just don't know this shit give me.
This motherfucker's throwing up B's, C's, Hoovers.
Yeah, amazing.
Dom Kennedy shouts to you.
We done lost a lot of homies to this music shit. A lot of homies to some street shit. And for all of us to be on the stage together, unity from east side of motherfucking LA, Crips, Bloods, Power Rules, this shit is special, man.
Yeah, Power Rules. Drake Street.
We put this shit together just for y'all. I'm talking about their rehearsals. Niggas are showing love and respecting each other. And this is exactly how all our fallen soldiers want to see it. They can't say we can't do it. What you say?
Bro, do y'all see the signs they throwing up?
Yeah, that's right.
Standing right next to each other.
Hold up, we ain't done. Hold up. Fuck that. Stay right here. We gonna sit out here all motherfucking day. This shit. Nah.
Cause this is a picture man. You can't get. This is what I mean by it's a moment. You can't get this.
I don't know if you want to the world out there that don't know what's going on. I don't know what I don't know. The individuals on these stage, man. Yo, come on, man. Y'all don't know how we put this shit together, man, and it's unity. Y'all just don't know, man. Everybody on the stage got fallen soldiers, but we right here, right now, celebrating all of them. This shit is special.
Some of them people on that stage killed some of those people on that stage. Family members, cousins, best friends.
All talented individuals.
They standing next to each other because they know it's bigger than that. It's for California. And then he played it again. Yo, I want to say this publicly, bro. Sister Sapa said Jesus couldn't get these niggas together.
Facts.
She said Jesus couldn't get them together. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, Drake definitely couldn't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, listen, in hip hop, there's always moments. You remember where you were when you heard Ether.
Mm-hmm.
You remember. You remember.
Yep.
During hits time, during hits time, you remember the message. You remember what was that record they did for? Yeah, the takeover for Jay-Z. You remember No Vaseline, Ice Cube. You remember like these is diss records, but this is a moment. Like you remember Self-Destruction back in the day. You remember when Jay-Z brought out Nas. You remember when like I remember when Dr. Dre in Jersey. You remember when Dr. Dre, when Dr. Dre, not Dr. Dre from California, but Dr. Dre from Ed Lover and Dr. Dre. You remember when he was the person that told New York that Pac died. He did it at Powerhouse. He said it. He was like, I just want to let y'all know that Tupac just got shot in Vegas and he's dead. Like that's how that was like the first like global kind of thing where everybody found out, because that was kind of before the internet, before like social media really. And what other big moments would there be? You just remember a lot of big moments in hip hop. This was one of them. You remember Tupac, House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? The first time you heard Hit 'Em Up. I applaud you, Kendrick. I salute you, Kendrick. Anybody that could take a silly art like hip hop or silly art like music and somehow turn it into like a moment, like something that could turn it into like something for Black unity, right? And he's right. We don't understand the people on that stage. I want y'all to think about that. some of the people on that stage is from the same sets of the niggas that killed Nipsey Hussle, of the niggas that killed Tupac, of the nigga that killed their cousin, their uncle, their this, their that. So I think it was a huge moment in hip hop. I definitely wanted to do a show about it. You know, hopefully they release it. Hopefully they do a movie behind it because it's that big of a moment. I don't know what y'all got. Go ahead, DQ. What y'all got hits? I'm done. I just wanted to give it its proper respect. And if somebody watches this 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now, I'm actually proud. This is some content. That's why I say I don't care if y'all watch. I don't care about the views on this. I don't even care if it gets taken down. I'm just glad that we got the opportunity to kind of create our content and put out what we, we do here at Tri Media. That's one of the things we like to do. All media, not just any particular brand of media or any particular thing. At this point, I think Drake is over. As far as this battle goes, yeah, as far as this battle goes, I think it's over for Drake. I thought it was over before, but this right here, this is definitely I think this ended it right here. Drake should have stayed his ass in the R&B rap radio lane. He was in over his head with this beef. I agree. DQ, what you got, bro? You the rap guy. So tell me your thoughts on it.
Monumental, bro. It was a monumental moment. Like I said, he painted a Picasso picture for everybody to get the big picture for this, because this is a moment in time that people can go back and watch and see that he brought all those collectors together. On the hip hop tip, Drake need to sit his ass up there in Toronto and just sit out, man. Because like I said, it's just the beginning of the wave. When the HBCUs start playing, when football season start, you're about to hear Not Like Us on commercials. You're about to hear these bands playing it. So it's just gonna get worse, man. But I like how he pulled the positive out of it. You know, made something lucrative out of it. And then just keep being King Kunta, man. Kendrick, you have solidified yourself. Keep handling your business. West Coast, show their ass.
You know, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall just to be there, bro. I think like even watching it, you feel like you're from California. You felt like you was from California. You felt like, you know, that you was like, you know, like you was a part of the whole thing. And it one thing I really liked about it is that Kendrick was happy. So you could tell with all the commercial music that he got to do, all of the different stuff he's got to do to stay kind of like a pop star and a hip hop star, he was happy in his element. You know what I'm saying? Like he was home in California. He was happy in his element. He brought all those sections together, that Dr. Dre move, you know, and then quiet as kept because nobody really paid attention as far as what I think. That's just my opinion. To the first part with DJ HED doing like an hour and a half and DJ Mustard doing like an hour and a half. Those were all new artists that got the opportunity to perform in a packed out stadium in their hometown. All local artists. These is guys that perform in comedy clubs and, you know, small areas, small things, people that we don't know. They got the opportunity to be on Twitch, Amazon Prime, probably billions. It's going to get billions of views for whatever. And you know what this reminded me of for all my Game of Thrones people before we get out of here? Who remembers the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones? If you watch Game of Thrones, you remember the Red Wedding. That was like the big moment in Game of Thrones where it was like the Castamere, where they were going in there to marry off the families, right? The Starks were marrying another one of the families. Then they locked the doors and killed all the Starks. It was universally known as the Red Wedding, right? It was the Red Wedding where everybody just came out and on Game of Thrones, that was one of the greatest scenes ever. Last night was Drake's Red Wedding. Yep, that was last night. Because there's so many narratives that Drake can't even bring up anymore. Drake can't bring up the California don't mess with you, the gangs don't mess with you. He can't bring it up. it won't even work. You know, the size 7s. Like, okay, he was short. That didn't matter. Adrian said, I'm mad. He couldn't get past the first 20 minutes of the episode. Well, yeah, Game of Thrones was amazing. So tonight, that's the end of what we're doing here. We'll do another show on the Juneteenth fake outrage. I don't even feel like talking about it. Don't even do justice right now. I ain't about to talk about no sucker shit after talking about some real shit. Yeah, that was a moment last night. Y'all got anything before we go?
Well, thanks everybody who stopped through. Yesterday was Juneteenth, and hopefully, what they did, you know, spreads throughout the country. We still got the whole summer ahead of us. Hopefully, you know, groups can get together. And yesterday, I was actually at a park playing music, you know, for the Juneteenth festival. Here, everything was closed. I think I heard yesterday some people school wasn't closed. You know, I guess depend on where you at. Here, the schools were closed. It's a federal holiday, obviously, across the country, but that's what matters. Once people, you know, turn these shows off and turn their phones off, or you know, just gets off the computer, what matters is what you do, you know, with your family, your friends, and your community. So yesterday was a good day for that. You know, at least around here it was. So hopefully that energy that they put out spreads throughout the country, you know, through other venues, concerts, community activity, you know. And as far as winners and losers, we all as adults understand they neither one of them are going to be losers. You know, in the business that they're in, it's only the listeners and the fans can be winners or losers. So if they take the positive vibe out of that, a lot more people will be winners. You know, to me, that's what matters. But if they take the negativity out of it, a lot more people will be losers. So we, you know, try to stay away from that aspect of it. It was a rap battle. It was good for hip hop. I think early on, that's what I wanted to see how it would end. Would it end up better, you know, for hip hop and not just be something, you know, that's a fad that came and went. They said some slick shit and went on about their business. So I'm glad he turned it into something positive. That's definitely a good look.
DQ, you got anything?
My bad. Hey, you summed it up perfect, hits. You know, a lot of people think ain't nothing but hibbity bobbity boobity boobity, and nothing positive can come out of it. And I like how Kendrick did that. But yeah, to wrap it up, y'all, I just want to say hip hop wins again. Drake, keep your ass up there in the north. What they call it? The north and in
the six.
Yeah. Stay up there. Stay up there. We good, man. But yeah, appreciate everybody coming through. Appreciate everybody who celebrated Juneteenth. Yeah, stay focused, y'all. Stay healthy. Appreciate you supporting Tri Media.
Start right now, motherfucker, because I'm here.